Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
Treat your cough seriously with Robitussin CF Max. Nothing lasts longer and treats more symptoms for your cough, cold, and flu. Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat.
Lexi, tell us something interesting.
Okay, the Earth is flat, and a witch stole his pants.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
It's definitely the triple digits, but I don't know exactly. It's a ridiculous number.
Well, it took her more than 30 seconds to go downstairs.
Damn it.
What?
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery is concerned. A quantum theoretical physicist is now saying how dangerous flat earthers are for their theories. Listen closely while I say that again. A quantum theoretical physicist is saying how dangerous flat earthers are for theorizing things. Now that we have that cleared up, on with the show. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Caroline, if it is not May 7th, 2024, the year of the Wood Dragon, then you are listening to a rerun. Quote of the day goes exactly like this short thing. If Flat Earth is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Yeah. Who said that? Me, just now. I came up with that. Yeah, it's like a song thing. Whatever. Don't judge me. My co-host, she's lovely, she's sassy, and she's one of the biggest Flat Earth rock stars ever. Karen B of the channel, Karen B. And if you're listening to this live, she's the one that's hosting this. Hey, Karen.
Hey, what's up?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, I get to talk to Karen B. It is probably the highlight of my week. I'm not kidding you.
Stop it.
It's true. It's true. Ted does not know how lucky he is to talk to you all the time. You guys are still together, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, had to check. I have to ask every once in a while. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of Flat Earth, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary, horizontal, level plane?
Why, yes, that would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac clock app.
It's the perfect gift for friends, family, and complete strangers. Watch the featured video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. It'll be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. Oh, so sleepy. And because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners, Paige. She's just put on her Dick Tracy pajamas, got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and will probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige. I don't know. Maybe she stays up later in, when it's more daylight out. I don't know. Don't forget, you can also find this program at BitChute and Bradion, Rockfin, and Rumble. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is just the beginning. Shoutouts, obviously, to Flat Earther Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones and friend of the show. Support the Flat Earth cause and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family, won't you? Pick up some merch. And before we get to the mailbag, I want to do another quick shout out to Jim Brewer. Let's talk to him for a second because the interview that he did with me dropped on Saturday.
Indeed.
Yeah. He and me. So Jim Brewer, Jimmy Shaka, who I did not know, and myself, we were on the Conspiracy Bunker show on his, and you can look up Jim Brewer from the Bruniverse on YouTube and other places, and it was fun. We talked for like 90 minutes, give or take, and had a good time. Karen was proud of me because these guys were trying to go off road into different directions, and I was like, no, I'm going to take you back to Flat Earth because
very well.
Well, I wasn't, me.
Like a professional.
Thank you. I mean, look, it was a Flat Earth thing. They had Flat Earth questions, but it's like I get it. You want to talk about burned buildings and mud floods, and I mean, they didn't go into popcorn rocks or anything like that, meltology necessarily.
God.
but when seriously, the second they brought up mud floods, I'm going, Karen's going to kill me if I talk from this at all.
No.
I immediately developed PTSD. It was like a facial tick. I was like, oh God, please no. It was fun though. He admitted right off the bat to open the show. He said, oh no, I'm totally in. It's like, great, fantastic. Your comment section is going to go after you for a while, but his people are loyal and they loved him for talking about it. In the comment section, I don't go through the comment sections very often, but I went through this one. I went through hundreds of them and commented on as many as I could, because I want to see what the reception was, and it was fun. It was mostly positive. Very few trolls in Jim Brewer's comment section, and I don't think it was being moderated. So great, wonderful. So anyway, thank you, Jim. I hope I get a chance to do more of those. Oh, you know what? I'm going to mention one more really quick. I'm going to mention the video. I don't know if you caught it, Karen. The blonde comedian, Blair Sochi. Did you check out that? SOCCI?
No.
Okay, I got to bring this up real fast. We got time. Which is, she did a little rant. She's a stand-up comedian, and I don't get mentioned by name in comedy acts very often. And she mentioned me on stage. You did listen to that?
You sent the clip. I did.
I'm like, And I'm like freaking out. I'm just going, my God, do I know this girl? It's like, how the hell, right? You know, because she's going on about how I was really flattering her for being so young, and or at least saying that she was young, which is more my speed. So I had to contact the archivist, you know, one of our I'm not going to mention him by name, but we've got a guy out there who posts our stuff to many different forums, and he knows all the episodes, you know, all sorts of different stuff, not just my stuff, but other people's stuff. And I had to look him up. You know, he's got sage like wisdom. He lives in a cave somewhere. I go, dude, do I know her? And with less than an hour, he contacted me. He goes, yes, you do. I go, when?
I was going to say, I thought she was just making stuff up.
No, no. And I had to post that. And so what I did 4 years ago, I did an interview on Comedy Central on the Trevor Moore show. A lot of people don't know this. One, because I couldn't post it on my channel for copyright issues. And two, they edited the hell out of it to where, you know, because it's a comedy channel. They want funny stuff. So they whittled it down to just only like 5 or 6 minutes, right? And there was this brief exchange where she was sitting on a couch. I had phoned this one in, you know, video, and she asked a question, and I said, look, well, you know, the answer in this case, it's older than you are. I mean, what are you, like 22? Right. And I just threw that out there. And I softballed it to her. She's like, yes, I am. Right. She absolutely wasn't. She was probably 30, but whatever. Right. That's all I said. And she worked this into her routine to where I like played it up like I was fawning all over, seeing how young and nubile and supple. I mean, words I would never use ever in a sentence.
Yeah.
But she played it up. I was like, holy smokes. But I think and she only did this recently. And I think it was partially probably because of that or coincidence because of the Jim Brewer thing. I think she watched Jim Brewer, saw me on there. It's like, oh, right. I remember that guy. And I think she worked it into something and then recorded a little YouTube short. Anyway, it's on my channel if you guys want to check it out. I called it Flat Earth Flattery 4 years later. So there you go. But yeah, I freaked out for a second there because I was like, why do I not know this person? I know pretty much everybody. I know all the women. Definitely the women I've interviewed with. So, all right, mailbag. Let's get to the mailbag really fast, and then we'll do meetups. Christian Sanchez from Vegas. Of course, he sent me some boxes of various media. Let's go through them. We're just going to do the highlights. John Lennon, Life in Pictures. It's a very small book. It's like a travel book. So very cool there. Thank you for that. Edgar Allan Poe, Tales of Mystery and Imagination, with a skull in the front. Very nice. Here's a weird one. Chrysler Muscle Cars. Sort of a paperback, you know, softcover edition. Chrysler Muscle Cars, which is kind of cool. Peanut saying something over here. What's Peanut saying? Poe is cool. Yeah, Poe is cool. But here's the book that caught my eye. It's like, wow. No, I am definitely going to thumb through this thing. Exploring Space 1999, an episode guide and complete history. So if you know anything about sci-fi shows, there was a show in the 1970s called Space 1999. It only ran 2 seasons. This book literally gives a breakdown without pictures. It's just text of every episode and why and the notes behind it. And I was a huge fan of that show. By the way, I like it because it talked about space. Remember, in 1975, they were pretty much convinced we were going to have a moon base already established by 1999. It's 2024. There's nothing up there. So what the hell happened? Audio. There was only one thing, audio, that caught my eye. Cream, the box set. The best of Cream. Okay, a little before my time, but that's cool. And then we got DVDs. Peanut will like this one. I guarantee he'll like this one. The entire old school Battlestar Galactica series. Yep. From the 70s and early 80s. I don't know if it includes Battlestar Galactica 1980 or not. Escape from LA. A poor measure. It did not measure up to Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. THX 1138. This was the George Lucas's first movie that gave him the clout to make American Graffiti, which gave him the clout to sign on for the Star Wars project. And then you guys know what happened there. George Lucas actually lucked out in the end because he sold it to Disney for what, $4.6 billion. And then they fired him. Gone in 60 Seconds with Nick Cage and a whole bunch of other people. Double feature, Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. Yeah. I might send this one to Karen because it's light. The Freeman Perspective, Codex Magica. Apparently, they did a DVD version of this. I might put that in the box with the shirts. Yeah, I think I'm.
Yeah, I want that.
Okay,
Give
I will
it to
put
me.
that in the box with the shirts. Nirvana live at Reading. Cool. I may play that. I'd never seen a Nirvana live thing. And this one was definitely right up my alley. It reminds me of college, which was the best of In Excess. All the In Excess videos. I was a big fan of those guys in college. All right. Meetups time. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Let's do meetups. Karen's got some, I've got some. Let's do the one that's in the email first, because you know it's from Jesse. Greetings from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Next meetup will occur Saturday, May 11th from 6 to 9 p.m. Bricktown Brewery, 9409 East 71st Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. RSVP by calling Jesse at 781-857-9175 or email him at 300kmileprius@gmail.com. He will have an Nikon P1000 with him for you to be envious about. Also, meetups. I got 5 here. Karen, let me know if there's any on yours that don't match up with these. We'll just go start from the top. Flat Earth Meetup, Minnesota, May 18th. That promo is on my channel. Flat Earth Meetup, Tennessee, May 27th. That promo is also out there. Flat Earth Meetup, West UK, May 28th with Dave Mannell. Very, very cool. I like Dave. He's a good guy. Flat Earth Meetup, Southern New York, May 23rd. I'm pretty sure that's in Johnson City. And Flat Earth Meetup, May 11th. That's probably it's the first one. It's coming up this weekend. That's going to be in Estonia because we are big in Estonia. Were there any others that you...
There's a meetup May 18th in Florida, Flat Coast, Florida meetup, which is on my website, and also Johnson City, New York, May 23rd. Don't know if you had that one.
Yep, I did.
Oh, and Jam in the Plane is going on June 22nd through the 23rd in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Cool.
And
Cool.
other regular meetups. So go check the site for details.
And if you guys want to do a meetup, anyone wants to do it, all you do is pick a restaurant, coffee shop, pizza house, whatever it is, and email me the details. I will make the promo for you, and Karen will put it up on her flatearthfestivals.com website.
Yep.
If you get it to us quick enough. So there you go. Let's do, before we get to headlines, I want to mention also this was, and the reason why the show is called Flat Earth is Dangerous is because this was a big week for trolls. I don't know why, but it was. And let's click on some of these. So there were there's at least what did I say, 4? Let me click on the first one here. List. First one was, oh yeah, the Jim Brewer. We already got that. Jim Brewer is not a troll. He's on our side, which is awesome. Again, also shows you, yeah, he's got 37,000 views on that one in 3 days. Respectable. Good. But
yeah, and you're right. A lot of positive comments underneath that video.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a few comments, by the way. 37,000 views. How many comments? Do you see that?
Over 1,000.
Yeah. Not shabby at all. I'll take it. But then you get to the trolls, right? The people that said they were out, oh, they're back in. So the first one down, Professor Dickhead. Professor Dave Explains with 3 million legitimate subs, I'm sure. Remember, he did that Eric Dubay sucks at life thing, right? Went after Eric Dubay. By the way, it is disheartening. It's got what? It's just past 500,000, 511,000 views already. Jeez. I know. It is disheartening when I click on Flat Earth and then I refresh the page 20 minutes later and that thing's up by like 3,000 or 4,000. It's like, oh my God. The next one down was, I think it was Simon Dan. Simon Dan, right? He goes after David Weiss. Flat Earth leader answers the biggest question of them all. 4 days ago, it's got 132,000 views, almost 3,300 comments, which is absolutely crazy. And then the one that built the thumbnail, this is one that kind of surprised me, right? Which was physicist, she hasn't dealt with this in a while, and she's back. Sabine Hassenfelder, 1.3 million subs. And I actually think she has 1.3 million subs because she's a big science geek. And she does the thumbnail says Flat Earth isn't just dumb, but it's dangerous. And the title of the video is called Why Flat Earthers Scare Me.
God.
I know. Is clickbait on multiple levels, but then again, she's got 282,000 views in 3 days. So between the three of them, yeah, 1 million hits. Just cranking out the hits. And I have said many times on this show, I wish I had 1,000 more like them, because it just generates metrics and wonderful, rage against us. Please do. But I would bet folding money that Professor Dave is going to be doing more of these, because you look at some of his other videos, he's got 5,000 views, 7,000 views, 8,000 views. He does a flat Earth video, which he hasn't done a flat Earth video in the better part of a year, 500,000 views. You think he's going to be doing more flat Earth videos? Oh, I think he might. I think it's too, now whether or not they're legitimate, I don't know. I don't think he'd pay for them. Not in this case. So yeah, big week for trolls, and the trolls help the metrics. So don't get too frustrated when you see them, especially in her case. And by the way, she's saying flat Earth is dangerous because it goes against science directly, and we could be undermining the pillars of science, right? People could be learning, in her words, the wrong things.
Oh,
I know. Again,
that would be bad, wouldn't it?
Right. And Peanut's quote is pretty good, which is, look, she's a theoretical physicist. Her stuff, she's working on theories, but her theories are more credible than our theories, because she's got more published people. She has more people peer reviewing her theories, even though we've got the numbers, right? We just can't get verified as channels, by the way. Love, by the way, that she has a verified channel. All these trolls have verified channels. We can't get verified channels. I will never, you guys probably know by now, they already told me, they go, you will never be monetized on YouTube, because what you're saying goes against science, mainstream science. It's great. Okay. Well, that's it. Good night, everybody. Let's go to headlines. Let's not dwell on the trolls anymore. Let's go on to the space madness that's out there. First one. Oh, God. Nothing, and as Peanut has said several times, nothing dies in space now. You think it's over? Oh, no. They're treating it like a series that will not die. Japan's moon sniper probe keeps baffling, there's that word again, baffling experts by waking up. It has shared images from its latest lunar day. Remember, this is then supposedly tanked on its side, and a little marbly rover wheelie thing goes out a little while and shoots back the perfect, grainy, this perfectly distorted shot. In fact, is there another shot? Is that it down? Yeah, there it is. You scroll down below. Wow, it's really weird, that black and white image down below that looks a lot like an Apollo shot that you just cropped and put in and just said that Japan did it. I guarantee that's what that is. That hill in the background
appears bright during lunar daytime. Oh, so now all of a sudden lunar daytime makes the picture bright?
Yeah. Yep. Again, that and look at the hill in the distance. Nope, it is in no way reminiscent of the Apollo shots. Remember what I said years ago, which is whatever you have that shoot from the moon, it's got to look like Apollo. Has to match up. Otherwise, you run into continuity issues.
This picture is such horse shit. They have. Did you see the star field in the background? How do you have an exposed moon surface where the moon surface is all bright, and then you can still see stars in the background?
Right. And it's not like we can pick out the constellation from that little segment, even though you should supposedly, if you could zoom in on a high res version. But again, why did it wake up? How are you spinning it around to take that shot? Who instructed it to shoot it and come back? Is that just a constant thing? We're just going to keep whatever. It's just so
much crap.
So freaking dumb. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's awful. Simply awful. But we're not done. Let's go to space.com. That's the next one down. Space.com, you absolutely know it's positively true and legit. NASA picks 9 companies to develop Mars commercial services ideas. What? I mean, I thought the moon train was bad, And that was just one company that they gave a whole bunch of money to, which was a defense contractor. The concept studies could end up aiding NASA's Mars science missions down the road. Let me repeat that. The concept studies, which means theoretical ideas, might help NASA down the road. But in the meantime, we're going to pay these 9 companies. The agency is awarding each company between $200,000 and $300,000 for this early stage work. We're just going to give you $300K, each of you, to talk about the Mars mission.
I can talk about Mars missions for $300K.
Yeah, me too.
Sign me up.
Yep. Yeah. Only they wouldn't get their money's worth, because I'm going to say, yeah, it's not going to work ever. But you guys are gonna make up stuff. I don't know who you're paying for 200 or 300.
You just have to make up stuff.
Yeah.
We can make up stuff better than they could.
Now is the right time for NASA to begin looking at how public-private partnerships could support science at Mars in the coming decades. Again, cart before the frickin' horse.
We don't even have commercial services on the moon yet.
No. Let alone the moon train. Don't forget that.
No moon train.
Yeah.
No moon mall.
Get on the moon train. Join in. Oh. Oh God. And yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Again, you can't, real quick for the trolls out there, tell me how, even if you could get to Mars, even if Mars was a real thing you could get to, tell me how you solved the fuel problem. It's a one-way trip. Once you go there, that's it. You're done. You can never come back from Mars if it was a real thing to come back from. There is no fuel system. There is no rocket system. There is no anti-grav system. There is no unified field system to solve this. All right, next one down. I know we're gonna bleed over, but that's fine. We can rip through this if we have to. BBC.com. Starliner. Oh yeah, the U.S. space industry's next big thing. This is from the BBC. You're wondering what Starliner is? That's Boeing. Right? Boeing's getting in on this. Boeing is one of the biggest military contractors in the United States. You think, oh yeah, they build airplanes. They don't just build airplanes. They make a lot of money building weapon systems, high-end weapon systems. That's the cash cow right there. Boeing is sacred. And in fact, the Boeing hasn't gotten in on this early. It's amazing. So yeah, in fact, I didn't even hear about the Starliner launch. So now they're going to get on, oh, we're going to send stuff to the ISS. We're going to transport things to the ISS. In that vein, right, let's go to the next one down, because this is the one that really should get your attention. This is from TMZ. Again, award-winning journalism from TMZ. Boeing whistleblower. Second one dies from infection months after John Barnett. Uh-oh. That's bad. It's never good when you run a story and say whistleblower dead. Because when a whistleblower dies, you gotta wonder why. Remember what I just said? Boeing.
The second one.
Yeah. Boeing is a defense contractor. They are a sacred cow. I wouldn't mess with Boeing. You want to whistleblow on a military contractor? No. Now, I know what the whistleblowers are doing they're whistleblowing on the 737 and some of the civilian airline stuff. That doesn't make any difference. These guys were short-sighted. You're whistleblowing on one of the biggest weapon system makers in the world. What do you think is going to happen there? The grassy knoll is what's going to happen there. Remember what happened to all those people? Hey, there was someone up there. Hey, I saw something over here. Where are those people now? Single car accidents, or in this case, an infection. Okay, let's do one more before we go to break. Do we have time? Another space.com? Yeah, let's go back to space.com. Why not? Okay, this one we'll end on this one before we go to break. And then we'll pick up. We got a few more headlines afterwards. Yeah, Peanut sent me the link to air and missile defense systems. Yeah, Boeing.com. Ding, ding, ding. Oh yeah. I mean, I live up in Boeing. One of Boeing manufacturing plants is literally right across that's the airport I fly out of, or try to fly out of. That is right in the middle of Boeing headquarters, right there. Lost satellite found after orbiting undetected for 25 years. Now, that story alone, it's a space reinforcement story, and it's like, yeah, it's unremarkable. It's not that it was found, right? Who cares, right? It's who found it. Scroll down, Karen. Do you see who found it in the second paragraph or the first paragraph? After 25 years of drifting undetected in space, an experimental satellite that launched in 1974 has been found using tracking data from
Space Force.
Space Force. Absolutely. Space Force, as you know, has been the butt of many a joke for quite a while in the armed forces and the technology and everybody. Nobody likes Space Force. It's a silly outfit. So you got to create something to give them worth, to give them value. So in this case, it's like, oh, look at this satellite that nobody has found for 25 years, but Space Force found them. Wow. Way to go, guys. We should give you some more money. And we're going to. So dumb. This thing was tiny, by the way. This satellite they found. So even more credibility to them. It's like, oh, we found this needle in a haystack. How'd you do it? Was it all your high-end personnel in the Space Force? Okay. That's it. You're going. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we got 4 more headlines. We got Lucky Unlucky, and we got 3 clown worlds. And I guarantee you're going to like all the clown worlds. And none of them I don't think are sex-based. So there you have it. Karen, the music, please.
Got a new app, gonna blow your mind. It's the flat earth sun. On the zodiac clock you'll find no more censorship, no more Google control. Cover the truth, let it rock and roll. Sun and moon dance across the sky. Zodiac signs, we gotta decipher why. No more hiding, no more lies to deceive us. Open up your eyes, it's time to believe us. Flat Earth revolution. It's time to wake up with the app that's gonna fill your cup. No more censorship, no more lies. It's time to see the truth. We're all eyes.
Hey, if you're looking for some new Flat Earth merch, I got some new designs in my merch store. Please check it out. I got the Guy Fawkes, Mark Sargent design, Coffee Talk with Karen B mugs, vintage Flat Earth, and Flat Earther hats. So please check it out. And
This is new too?
She couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm a flat earther. I'm a flat earther.
Are you watching it?
Oh, no, I'm just listening.
I'm a flat earther.
Oh, wow.
I'm a flat earther.
Join me, Karen B, every moon day at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee Talk on YouTube, Rumble, and Rockfin. You never know what you'll learn about in the coffee shop. Open topic and open phones, y'all. Join me.
Day. welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. It's you, me, the always lovely Karen B, and sometimes Peanut. Yeah. And that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album.
Night and Day.
Yep. All right, we still got a few headlines to go through, then Lucky Unlucky, and there's something else I was going to bring up, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I've got a couple emails I got to answer during the next break. Okay, where did I leave off? The Space Force, right? Space Force is a piece of crap. They don't do anything. It's got to be Peanut. Nod your head on this one. It's got to be an insult to the legitimate armed forces that these guys actually are being considered another branch. Yeah, kind of, maybe. I mean, it's again, it's too soon. Or I shouldn't say that. If there was a real space, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Starship Troopers. I love the Space Marines and aliens. But come on, what are you doing? These are the guys from the Air Force that were at NORAD. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a great little space reinforcement thing. They're solely computer jockeys. Yeah, they're not Space Marines. This isn't Hicks and Hudson and the Space Marines, all decked out in Aliens 2. Not space shuttle door gunners. Yeah, absolutely. They are not space shuttle door gunners. Absolutely right. Okay. Next one down. Karen, we're going to iflscience.com, if I'm not mistaken. And this one was sent to me by one of our listeners. People are confused why flying against the Earth's rotation doesn't speed up flights. If you could actually do this, flight times would be the least of your concerns. Yes, that part they got right. And, most of the article is just a bunch of crap. Oh, there it is, by the way. Where would you expect to land? If you subscribe to the flat earthers' understanding of physics, then your answer should be blah, 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 to the west of your trampoline, so on and so on. Yeah. The flat earth is mentioned in a bunch of different things in here. And yeah, come out against this. You're not going to convince anybody. Not going to happen. The flight times, the emergency flight landings, everything that has to do with flights does not make sense. Do we have it perfectly? Do we have the whole thing mapped out perfectly when it comes to flights in a flat earth? Nope. But you guys have way more to deal with than we do. Way more questions to answer than we do. All right, next one down. RT.com. Okay, now we're just going to go straight into space fantasy, which is U.S. military could have a base on the moon by 2030, says Congressman.
Right.
Ken Calvert has said the facility would be a response to China's alleged push to militarize space. So, yeah, we were supposed to have a base in the 70s. Again, what I mentioned earlier from the book that was sent to me, Space 1999. Watch the television series, Space 1999, a legitimate, well thought out television series where it looked pretty credible. Even the color palettes were pretty good. So they got some of the physics wrong, but whatever. Where the moon was already established and we had military already on the moon by the 1990s. So, but again, it's like, oh yeah, 2030. So not now. We're not going to talk about it in 2026, 2028. No, 2030 might be able to. Is China talking about it? Do you think China's going to be able to fake something on the moon? People should be up there. The Russians should be up there. The Europeans should be up there. Chinese, India. They should all be up there by now. Nobody's up there, but they're saying, oh yeah, the U.S. By the way, isn't that a great politician shot of that guy with that stuffed shirt? Ugh.
That dude, wow.
Yeah. It's not a flattering shot.
No.
Yeah. Put the sandwich down. Put the turkey leg down, my man.
Good Lord.
Yep. Well, it doesn't matter. He's not going to make it to 2030. Sorry. No. He might catch suddenly before then. Okay, next one down. We get two more. Then we're going to go lucky, unlucky. RT.com. Nope. Sorry. Last one before we go lucky, unlucky. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. You'd think that NASA would be happy with their $60 million a day. No. They've got a credit union. You can go there yourself. NASAFCU.com. NASA federal certificate yields are out of this world. Our members enjoy astronomical returns. And there are the rates for the NASA Federal Credit Union. Did I miss the lunar rockets? Which one was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do the lunar rockets one. This is from Popular Mechanics, also credible. An engineer says he's found a way to overcome Earth's gravity. The new propulsion system could rewrite the rules of spaceflight, not to mention completely defy conventional physics. You may. And no. Do you mean the unified field engine? The unified field? That, basically the UFO engine? You think you got a good beat on that, do you? Because once that happens, the economy collapses and civilization collapses right after that. Because you would kill all transportation industries simultaneously. You don't need planes and trains and boats and tanks and cars. You don't need any of those things. You just need one vehicle at that point. They talked about this in the X-Files years ago, which was if you even came close to coming up with a unified field engine, you would get some sort of visit, and then your neighbors wouldn't see you anymore, if you get my meaning. Okay, let's go to Lucky Unlucky. Ready? Let's rip through these. Most of them are unlucky, I'm sorry to say. Didn't have a lot of lucky this week. First one's from deadline.com. Yeah, I know, it's a terrible website name. Did I cover this one last week? This one looks familiar. Peanut, did I cover this guy last week? Yeah, let's cover him again anyway. Daniel Zerilli. Prolific director of action films and music videos. He was 58 years old. He did music videos for the Stones. He died April 28th. No cause was disclosed, but an Instagram message posted by his daughter said he had been missing since April 24th. Well, that just meant he'd probably died in his house, right? Yeah. So there you go. Daniel Zerilli. He is unlucky. Next one down. This is from West Palm Beach NBC affiliate. Former Seminoles quarterback Marcus Outson dies of rare, oh no, immune deficiency disorder. Yeah, a lot of that immune system stuff going around. He led FSU to victory over rival Florida in 1998. He was 46. That is younger than me, but older than Karen.
Not really.
Oh my God, wait a minute. When was your, should I talk about that? Can I mention that?
Huh.
Your birthday.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but it's coming up in a couple days.
Yeah.
So Karen's birthday is coming up May 9th. So you guys call in, wish her happy birthday. She will be 37. All right, next one down. Let's go to Sky Sports. What's Sky Sports got for us? Josh Baker, Worcestershire, devastated. He was a cricket player. I suppose that's a position in cricket, a spin bowler. Peanut, look that up. Is spin bowler a position in cricket? I think it is. Anyway, he was 20.
Oh my God, he was born the same year as my first son.
Wow. He was a left arm spinner and lower order batter. If you know cricket at all, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know cricket. I know that when we ripped it off and turned it into baseball, it made more sense. and gave people, no, seriously, and it was boring and gave people really a sport to drink beer at. It's really what baseball is, right? So he was 20. Died suddenly. Next one, let's stay in the UK, dailymail.com. 5-month-old baby. Yeah, we're not going to talk about this one for 10 seconds. Suffered a cardiac arrest at Legoland, Windsor. Dies after 3 days in the hospital as paramedic tells of frantic attempts to save the child's life. The stories like that just tick me off to no end because they had no choice in the matter. They were not given an option. Why the kid was given. I didn't realize that they were still giving shots to infants. So yeah, it's not good.
And 5 months old, I thought they were supposed to only be 6 months.
I don't know. Maybe they snuck it in. It's like, well, close enough. Whatever. Yeah.
People suck.
Bad. Super, super bad. Next one down. Fox News. Memorial service held for Wake Forest student who was also a daughter of a North Carolina radio host. Her name was Janie Thompson. She died tragically, passing due to complications from, what was it, Karen? Did you see that?
Blood clot.
Yeah, you know what? That's going around too. Immune systems. Something I've been telling people. People say, hey, Mark, do you know what the shot is? I go, yeah, I know exactly what the shot is. The shot is a blood clot issue and it's an immune system issue. Not one, it's the other. And you could get both. 2 for the price of 1. 2 bullets in that cylinder. You're going to be spinning them. So yeah, she was 20, sophomore at Wake Forest University, where she was majoring in biophysics and went to Myres Park High School. She graduated in 2022. Next one down. TMZ.com, the greatest reporters in the world. Darius Morris, ex-NBA player. How old was he when he died, Karen?
33.
33. Yeah, by the way, if you're 33 and you do anything notable, you're going to make the news because that's just one of those numbers you're going to get in there. So yeah, great sadness to announce the passing of our dearly beloved son, Darius Aaron Morris, former NBA player's family said in a statement to us Saturday morning. Details surrounding his passing have not been revealed at this time. However, we can confirm, and by the way, this is the giveaway right here. We can confirm his body was discovered on Thursday in Los Angeles. Yeah. He's not answering his calls. They go to his house. He's face down on the floor. He died suddenly. And you can at that point tie it in and talk, well, it could have been a drug overdose. Yeah, it could have been, but it probably wasn't. Whatever. Next one down. This one just came in, by the way, just before the show. This one was posted on Fox News. Obi Eza, former Michigan standout linebacker. He was dead at the ripe age of 36. He was productive with the Wolverines, but went undrafted. So he was a college ball player that didn't quite make the pros, and he caught something. I can't scroll down, but it was suddenly something. All right. Now we get to Clown World. We're going to spend a little time on these clown worlds. First one in Clown World is going to be TMZ.com. And yes, I do try to find clown worlds from TMZ.com. Okay, this is a twofer, right? I just found out about both of these today. And first off, if you guys didn't hear already, I'm a little surprised if you haven't. The Boy Scouts of America. Boy Scouts of America. One more time. The Boy Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to try to be more inclusive, they are changing their name after, well, forever. They've never changed the name for any reason. It's always been and I know, yes, Boy Scouts of America is also a paramilitary organization. Who cares, right? They're changing their name to just the Scouts.
Scouting America.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, Peanut, I can totally see you being a Boy Scout. Absolutely. And yeah, they're dropping it because they want to be more inclusive. So yeah, that's a thing now. So and you know what that means. It's like, what are you talking about? It's why, Karen? Why are they doing this to me? But that's not all. This is a twofer article, right? The second part of the article, you're gonna love this one. And this is more of a guy thing more than a woman thing. And that is, if you've ever bought a Swiss Army knife, right? Remember, it's called a Swiss Army knife. Because the violence in the world has been ratcheted up enough, they are now making a version of the Swiss Army knife without the knife. Because that way, it won't be considered a weapon.
How are you supposed to get your whittling badge?
Exactly. Yeah, okay. And by the way, that's directly related to the frickin' Cubs, the Boy Scouts. Because all the Boy Scouts have a frickin' Swiss Army knife.
My son was a Boy Scout, and he got a knife, and they gave him like a bar of soap, and they teach you how to carve with the bar of soap and all that. You get a little badge for it.
I understand. There's a couple things to unpack here. First, I get that a Swiss Army knife, when you don't have the knife, is less of a weapon. However, there's all sorts of pointy things. Look, you're not getting on an airplane with a Swiss Army knife, even if you break off the freaking blade, right? It's just not. There's too many sharp edges. I've watched the security guys. Anything sharp is not getting on that plane. I have never even heard of a murder that took place with a guy wielding a Swiss Army knife like a maniac. It's never ever happened. This is about sales, which is there apparently are some countries that are already talking about knife import when you're importing knife products that they're thinking of cutting those back. And so the guy Victorinox, Victorinox, the little Swiss thing logo on the side, they're getting ahead of this. And it's like, you know what? Before we even get stopped at the border with the import export stuff, we're going to make a version that doesn't have a knife, even though it's called a Swiss Army knife. What does that make it? Just a utility tool? Like a multiplier? Multipliers have knives in it. What, are you going to make a multiplier without a knife too?
Yeah.
It's just
lame.
Yep. That's where we are. Things there are changing. Okay, next one down. Okay, I have to talk about this. So as you guys know, Mike Tyson, who is a closet one of us, he is coming out of retirement. He's going to fight influencer Jake Paul in a fake boxing match, or so we thought. To help generate ticket sales, they are going to, and I talked about this last week a little bit, they are making this fight somewhat legitimate, I mean, it counts on a professional boxing record. Even though it's only going to be 8 rounds, they're only 2-minute rounds, and they're wearing 14-ounce gloves.
8 rounds? You think it's actually going to go that long?
Well, 2-minute rounds, yeah. 2-minute rounds, that's only 16 minutes.
That seems like a long time. Well, I mean...
Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, it's 16 minutes.
Seems like a long time for a fight, for a heavyweight fight. They don't last that long, do they?
Well, they can. But anyway, the point is that sports journalists are jumping on this. Again, guys that have covered major boxing matches over the years, it's like, this is ridiculous. You can't just come out, you just can't slap a sticker on saying, oh, hey, this is legit. This is a legit fight. Jake Paul does fake boxing matches. He pays retired athletes to come out and most of the time lose. The fight is completely rigged, like most boxing fights are. In fact, Jake Paul, remember that, Karen, where he came out when he's doing, and he told people during a freaking interview, it's like, oh yeah, all the boxing matches are rigged. And they tried to sue him and shut him up. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm not talking about this anymore. And so yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Read up on it. In fact, when's this thing coming up? Pretty soon, right? Coming up in June next month? Peanut, when's this match?
July 20th.
Oh, so far away. Of course, in a perfect world, I would have Mike Tyson have some sort of psychotic episode and put Jake into a coma right then and there. Just hit, just like do a quick combination with just a quick uppercut, and Jake goes out and he's put on a ventilator, and then we have to wait and see. Guy can dream, can't he? That's my dream. All right, last but not least, I didn't know what to make of this, but this is definitely a clown world. You ready, Karen? It's from the Smoking Gun, and I am trying to be careful when I say this, right? Man nabbed for fried chicken battery on sister. Defendant, 20 years old, cited hangry defense after the bust. Let me read this for a little bit.
Hangry defense, holy shit.
Yeah, when you're hungry and you're angry at the same time, you're hangry. Yeah. So a 20-year-old man is behind bars, charged with throwing fried chicken at his sister during a domestic clash in Florida. Of course, it's Florida. All this. Florida is just a weird state when it comes to crime. According to investigators, the poultry pelting occurred Sunday afternoon in the Clearwater home of Kanye Medley and his sibling. During a verbal altercation, Medley grabbed a bag of Church's chicken from his sister, Church's chicken, and began throwing pieces of chicken at her. One piece of fried chicken hit the victim in the back and left debris of food on her shoulders. After being read his rights, Medley admitted throwing 2 pieces of chicken, one of which hit her. The motive for the chicken winging? Stated he did this because he had not eaten and did not want the piece of chicken the victim offered him, so he became upset. And she called the cops on him. And he was arrested for domestic battery and booked into the county jail. Of course, real quick, I'll end with this. I don't want to dwell. The 230-pound man was arrested earlier this year for allegedly biting and strangling his sister and slamming a door on her arm and striking her with a piece of wooden decor.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. This guy's a piece of work.
Well,
So-
and then his sister did not press charges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah. So you get a box of Church's chicken, or a bucket, really. Either one. Sister, hey, would you like this piece? No, I don't want that piece. And I'm being really careful here not to throw out accents. And then he just freaking loses it. Want some chicken? I got some chicken for you. Yep. You don't see this. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, we got a couple minutes before the break. Karen, do we have any other info on... Oh, you know what? Crap. There is one thing I wanted to bring up really fast. Sorry. I told him I would do this. Ian, I'll put this in the Strange World Live. There's a music festival that's happening over in the UK. It is going to be called the Sounds Beautiful Fest 2024. Dave Murphy's going to be there. David Weiss is going to be there. And others. And yeah, it's going to be a great, wonderful thing. Music festival over there. Everything you can imagine in a music festival. I'm sure there's going to be no drug use whatsoever.
No.
Nope. It's going to be clean, shiny. Everybody's going to be completely sober.
Yeah.
It in no way is good. Yeah, what's David selling there? I don't know what he's selling there. Might not be selling anything there. He might be just going.
There's a link to that on the Flat Earth Festival's website.
You've already got it on there?
You'll see a post that, yeah, I put it on there a while ago. It's a post that says Sounds Beautiful UK, and there's a little picture there, and you click on the picture, and it will take you to the website.
Cool. And we still don't know anything about Myrtle Beach yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. Also, I did want to mention too the meetup you mentioned earlier today, the 27th, May 27th on Monday in Tennessee. That's actually going to be put on by the Flat Earth Brothers. Well, they're the founded Earth Brothers,
right,
formerly known as the Flat Earth Brothers. So
cool. Yeah, I didn't put that in the promo because I didn't know if that should be highlighted. But good point, Karen. Thank you for that.
Well, I mean, that's the email, flatearthbrothers@gmail.com is the contact, the RSVP email.
Right.
So there you go. They want you to RSVP, let them know.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Anything else before we go to break? You can think of off the top of your head? How'd Coffee Talk go? Went pretty well, I think.
Yeah, it's all right. You know,
It's Coffee Talk.
it's just coffee talk. It's pretty laid back. It's,
Yeah.
just chit chat.
Yep.
We're just talking.
You guys have never checked it out Monday morning. You kick it off pretty early because I'm not up yet when you start it.
Right. Well, it's 9:30 Eastern.
So yeah, 6:30 my time. Yeah.
your time.
Yeah, I'm rolling over for the last time at 6:30. I've got one of those clocks, where it's on my ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So I look up and I see 6:30. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna goes off for a little bit longer. Wait. Oh, Peanut says, yeah, the promo code for Coffee Talk is melted bricks. I don't think that's true, Peanut.
I don't think that's true. Why would Coffee Talk even have a promo code?
Good points. All right. Let's go to break. And when we come back, we're going to take your phone calls, 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. And yeah, let's go from there. Karen, the music.
Hey, are you a foodie? Are you looking for the best salsas and hot sauce to serve at your next Mexican cultural appropriation party? A salsa that will knock your guests flat on their rear ends? Or maybe you're just looking for that authentic roasted chili flavor. Imperio Salsa is small batch and handcrafted with choice non-GMO ingredients. It is legit my favorite salsa ever. Support your local flat earther and go to imperiosalsa.com and order some of the best salsa on the plane. Shipping is included on all USA orders, and oh, look at this. The more you order, the more you save. They have some of the best seasonings that go great on your homemade guacamoles and quesadillas, or whatever you like. They are the bomb. Season your meat with it. Season everything with it. Go get it. Keep it flat. Eat my salsa!
Bohemian, I drink the juice, the chocolate milk, the holy cow, I wear the sneaks, tip up the beat, I'm a 33.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's you, me, Karen B, and Peanut. Yep. Smoking away like a chimney. He'll probably outlive us all. That's the sad part. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Let's just get right to it, shall we? You know what? Let's not. Before we do that, it's for Karen.
Oh God, what?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Probably not my future ex-girlfriend. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, Karen's birthday is in a couple days. So there you go, Karen.
Thanks, Mark.
Want to do this on air. Didn't want to do it sneakily like when your boyfriend called and left that message on my voicemail.
Yeah, behind my back.
Exactly. Seriously, having Ted do a Marilyn Monroe JFK birthday voicemail to me was haunting. Absolutely freaking haunting. And then in the middle of it, he slipped into like a South Park accent, which was even weirder. I'm not kidding you.
Cartman.
Yeah,
it
wasn't Cartman. It was like Mr. Garrison or something like that. It was like one of the adults, and it's like what am I listening to? But yeah, I couldn't get the grin off my face. But it was awesome. So anyway, happy birthday, Karen.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I know she might be old enough to actually buy alcohol now. So there you go. All right, let's get to John in New Mexico because hey, you know what? It's a thing. New Mexico, it's real. It's not made up. It's not like West Virginia. That's just like unicorns. All right, what do you got? 505. What's happening?
Well, I have my Swiss Army knife totally expanded, and I don't think they're going to get to me. And everything on here, Mark, is pretty dangerous. You're right. Even the things you can't figure out.
Things you don't
bring it on if you're ready to take Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just it. This isn't about airplanes. You could never get a Swiss Army knife. Well, not since 9/11. You can't get a Swiss Army knife on an airplane. This is strictly an import-export thing where they're thinking ahead, where they're just letting their people know right now. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're just going to make some of these without blades so we can, because they ship everywhere. Swiss Army knives are all over the place, but yeah, without blades, it's the blade that makes you feel safe, not just the corkscrew. I mean, the second favorite, like Peanut was saying, is the corkscrew. You put that between your middle knuckle. That's what you get.
Put it right in the middle there. It sticks out in the middle.
Yeah, that's the weapon. That's the weapon right there. Or that.
Yeah,
or that tiny little awl that's next to the corkscrew. Oh yeah, you can mess people up. Blade, nah.
Yep.
So
yeah, I wish I had the corkscrew on this one. My middle weapon is the awl and the is a Phillips screwdriver, and that's pretty dangerous. Yeah.
Peanut says officially it's a leather
There's always
punch.
something on here you can't figure out what it is though. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Peanut says that pointy thing is a leather punch. Now that makes sense. So you're gonna make an extra hole for your belt. If you're starving.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're out of holes in your belt. So you're gonna make another belt hole. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Karen, happy birthday, and I hope you get a Swiss Army knife or, of course, everything you want for your birthday. What is it? 2 days from now? You're saying, huh?
Yeah, 2 days from now.
Yeah, Thursday.
Your birthday's in. Yeah. All right. Well, happy pre-birthday. Yeah. So,
yes.
Boy, there's a lot of places to go. Mark, I don't think there's gonna be a 2030 base, only because in Space 1999, the moon already blew away, so they can't even get to it anymore, right?
Right.
Wasn't that where it was? It was constantly on the move, right?
Yeah,
How it actually made it, but
there were some plot holes there, including the fact that the moon went through a wormhole and nobody died, and it was blasted out of orbit because we were storing atomic waste on the moon, and it all went critical. It created this massive frost.
It was a great show.
Yeah, no, I loved Space 1999. Loved it. In fact, real quick, you guys probably didn't know this. A little trivia for you because I know a lot of it. And I don't even need the book for this one. The entire Aliens franchise was based off of a Space 1999 episode called Dragon's End. which was the episode where there was that graveyard of spaceships, and there was this horrible, awful alien monster thing that would suck you in and digest you and spit you back out. It would hypnotize you on top of it. So it was like one of those fish that with a light that dangles something in front of its mouth. Only it would hypnotize you, so you knew it was while it was grabbing you that you were going in. It was awful. It scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Absolutely awful. But yeah, that story spawned the entire Aliens franchise right then and there. So love it.
Yeah, that show was definitely ahead of its time.
Yep.
Yeah. You got so many great gifts here. I can't even keep track of them all. Even from a couple weeks ago, I'm still marveling at your Weeder weight training belt. But your Chrysler muscle car, I don't know if you looked at it yet, but I'm sure the Roadrunner and my favorite, the Super Bee, might be in there as well.
Oh yeah, they're all
definitely made some cool cars. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still own my Chrysler 300 first year, and I wasn't a huge car guy, but I was just young enough to miss all the muscle cars from the 70s, but I loved them. Cool kids the early 80s, all the seniors leaving that, you had several of them that went to metal shop and automotive classes and or vocational schools on the side, and oh yeah, they always had the cool cars. So
yeah, that was a great era for vehicles. Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and Chrysler they did come back out with it a few years ago, and those are pretty impressive, but I still like the 70s stuff better.
Oh yeah. 70s will always be the 70s. What people put down the 70s sometimes. 70s was fun. 70s had some cool stuff. I was lucky I was in grade school during the 70s, and it was a lot of fun. Weird time. I'd rather choose that than the 60s. Oh yeah, the Trans Am. Peanut says, oh yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. In fact, I was thinking of getting a Trans Am after college, but that's when people started saying, oh, it's too cheesy. It's like, I don't know. I liked it more. I liked the Burt Reynolds version more than the Knight Rider version. So
that's right. Yeah, absolutely. It had the little fin on the back coming up. You're right.
Yeah.
It was cooler.
Anything else?
Well, no, that's pretty much it. Just keeping it light tonight and enjoying the show as usual. And a couple shout outs, of course, to Karen. Have a blessed, happy birthday, and I hope you get to do something special on it, and it's a memorable one. And of course, Mark and Peanut and Jan. What are you doing? What are you doing tonight, Jan? Please call in. Miss hearing you as usual. And let's see, Amy in Syracuse and Jesse and Brittany. And keep it flat, everybody. All right, have a good one.
All right,
see you, Mark. See you, Karen.
Thanks, man.
Later, Peanut.
Let's go to, wow, he called in early tonight. Heck, why not? Dennis. He's down in Louisiana, I think. Dennis, what's happening?
Hey, I think I can be quick tonight. I just wanted to share one thing I came across this week. It's I've been looking into the the 60s space program recently, especially two books about the propaganda. One you're familiar with. It's the one I think you actually you mentioned it on the Jim Brewer show, the one I sent you last year. Marketing the Moon, and there's a book I want to send you later this summer. What it's called, Operation Moonglow by Mrs. Teasel Mere Harmony, and at the U.S. National Air and Space Museum in Washington D.C. She's the curator of the Apollo collection. She's got two books, and the first one, it's, standard propaganda. The second one, though, the Operation Moonglow, history of Apollo, and it goes a little bit further back into like the 50s, but especially the 60s. It complements the Marketing the Moon book very well. Well, anyway, there's I could go all into it some other time. I just want to mention one thing, that the U.S. Information Agency, it talks about that significantly, and I'm already familiar with it. The most well-funded propaganda organization in the world, founded in 1953. It dwarfs all the others combined. Anyway, its propaganda dovetailed with NASA, with the Apollo propaganda in the 60s, and I found out exactly how. And it's just simple. The U.S. Information Agency, it propagated the U.S. space program in countries across the world in the 1960s internationally, where NASA, its propaganda was focused domestically, aimed primarily at American citizens. So they were like tag teaming it. NASA was focused on the U.S., USIA was focused on the rest of the world. And it's got a bunch of details like that. Her book is very useful, and she even says things like it's from the founding and throughout, the propaganda of the Apollo program was more important, and it was more core to it, of the essence of it, than the actual science. She says that, and she said it in interviews on YouTube. And she says a proof of that in the founding documents when it was founded in 61. It's to increase the U.S.'s political prestige. It says that it's for political purposes, and the science is secondary, and it's subservient to the political propaganda. Because let's face it, the U.S. it lost to Cuba. Castro took over in '59. Then the Kennedy launched the Bay of Pigs. The U.S. is in the '60s. It's degenerating morally, and military, it's losing ignominiously. The Americans are a bunch of they're losers, hardcore, like Nazis and everything. I can't say bad enough about them, and so they need a lie to get up their image. That's the one, and it's elaborate lie, the NASA stuff, and it's a success. They boost their image up. With the Gemini, Apollo, the moon landing, and all. It's
sure.
BS. It's elaborate BS, but it was succeeded. Because if you pull that back and everything else, they're going down the tubes hardcore. They lose in Vietnam. They lose against Castro. Everybody. Anyway, that's what I got. As this book is Operation Moonglow. It's beautiful. There's loads of stuff. How after Sputnik, Johnson, who was the master of the Senate in the 50s, before he became vice president with Kennedy in the early 60s. But right. he was playing up this BS about the Soviets are getting ahead of us after, from 57 on. And he was all down with the space program the whole time. Same guy that was promoted Vietnam and everything and wanted us to think he's pro civil rights or whatever. Anyway, that's all I got. Teasel Mere Harmony in our book, Operation Moonglow. Forgive me for talking too much.
No, that's okay. You're good, Dennis. Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. And look forward to going through it.
Yep, good program with Brewer there.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun to do. All right, man. Have a good night, okay?
Will do. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, let's jump out to 530. 530 out in California. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, Mark? Karen B., happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, Mark, I sent you, I know I committed probably just a venial sin, but I sent you a photo through your email during the show. I was driving down I-5 and I saw my first Space Force recruitment car.
Yeah.
So,
I already sent it to Karen and
Peanut
during the break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, multicolored Space
Yeah,
Force company.
sped up to
Very
take a
nice.
photo. So what do you think of the wording on the back of that car? It says, it says Space Force, and then it says also hiring Air Force and Special Warfare. And I don't know what that Special Warfare means. Shut up. And so I don't know if they're fighting aliens or angels or demons or BS. Hopefully
Yeah, it is odd.
Yeah.
It is odd because on the back of the bumper, which is never, I don't think it's really a good sign for a company car, which it says also hiring for Air Force and Special Warfare. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, unless it's drone stuff, like if you're a good gamer, they could use you. I don't know.
Right. And again,
and then how do you like that emblem?
The emblem, which is, I mean, and I know that NASA partnered briefly with Paramount for the Star Trek logo, for Star Trek stuff, but that is really, what's Paramount going to do against the U.S. government anyway? What, are you going to try to sue them for copyright? Because that is a blatant ripoff of the Star Trek logo. Absolutely.
Yeah. So another thing is one of my Facebook friends who was a chief master sergeant in the Air Force, and don't forget, I was Space Force. I was Space Command. Sorry about that. Before I got out, and one of my chiefs took a photo he took a video on Facebook at a formal gala, and everybody was in a dress uniform, and he did a pan across his table, his round table, and there was a Space Force kid there in mess dress. And basically, his rank on the sleeve looked like one of those fat badges that are like on sheriff departments. But in that outline of that badge was the Star Trek emblem with 2 horizontal stripes running through. So my guess was he was an E3. That's just my guess. But I don't know if I have a way of freezing the Facebook video and taking it still, or if they allow you to do that. But I could reach out to the chief and see if he'll just send me the original video. But yeah, it's my first look at a mess dress. And yeah, he was only a 3-striper. That was fascinating. Anyway, so did you hear about the scrubbed mission yesterday?
Oh, for Starliner?
Yes. I think so.
No, I didn't. Was it scrubbed?
It was supposed to take off yesterday. It did not. And then they're hoping for today. And then they said it had nothing to do with the rocket or the lift thing. It was the capsule. That was another company, and it was some kind of gasket, and there was nothing they could do. So basically, they let the engineers of the rocket off the hook. It was whoever manufactured that little capsule, that little triangle thing, and that's what it looked like. And so they're looking at maybe next week. But yeah. I thought that was fascinating. Yeah. That's about it. That's all I have.
Okay.
Again, happy birthday, Karen. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to my friend, the driver. He just was before me. And Jan and Peanut and Zulu.
All right. Well, thank you, man. And enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, y'all too. Everybody.
All right.
Have a good evening.
See ya.
And remember, they're all lies, every bit of it.
Yep. Everything. Yes, they are all lies. All right. Have a good one. Let's go out to the East Coast. Let's go to Jerome, possibly in New York. Jerome, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Just getting off work. Happy birthday, Karen B.
Well, thank you.
And I have a grandson who was born on your birthday, so.
Oh, cool.
I want to shout out to my. Oh yeah, I had a grandson who was born on the 1st as well, so.
Nice.
But I like to talk about, because he just mentioned it about that Starliner. Yeah, because I was going to ask that same question tonight. About, Boeing is supposed to throw that off this morning.
Boeing?
I was wondering what happened, but I couldn't find anything on it.
that Boeing needs some good press. And Starliner is a nice little distraction from their commercial side of things, the civilian jets. And it's not tied to their weapon systems. So this is a nice little thing. And I'm a little surprised that they didn't jump into this earlier. They must have been on the back burner. And then somebody, during a marketing meeting said, yeah, the word on the street is not good right now about Boeing as far as the general public is concerned. So why not? Let's do our own version of SpaceX and fly up to the ISS, if you believe that story. And even if it was kicked down the road, it's still in people's minds, and it'll, give the politicians something to feel better about, because you don't want people focusing on the negative too much. So it's a good positive story for them. And again, military contractor, they're a cash cow, so you gotta keep them in good graces.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know war war is profitable.
Very profitable.
It's always been profitable.
Yeah, it's always been profitable. War makes money. So
Yeah, yeah, they want that money.
Yep.
Number 2, I was a Boy Scout as well.
You were?
I wish they would hand me a damn Swiss Army knife without a knife. That shit don't make sense.
I know. But they're concerned. If you're a company that makes a product that has a knife in it, and you hear, and again, it has nothing to do with America, but if you hear the word out there, I'm sure though there was going to be some scout troops that use it without the freaking knife. And you hear the word in Europe that's like 5 or 6 countries are thinking about restricting knife sales, and yours qualifies as a knife product, you're gonna take steps. And so that's what they did. It's like, yeah, fine. They don't need the freaking knife. Skiers, whoever uses it. I mean, I must have half a dozen Swiss Army knives in different things that have never been used.
Yeah, I mean, like I got 2 of them myself.
Yeah.
I got knives in it.
Yeah. Well, of course. In fact, all you're going to do is you're going to raise the price of the ones with the knives, and you'll have to make a whole nother thing. You'll have to, people that sell them on eBay will now have to be clear. It's like, oh yeah, this is the knife version, the pre-2024 version. So dumb.
Yeah, so they can't technically call it a knife anymore than that, right?
No.
It could be a Swiss Army utility.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't call it a knife because there's no knife on it.
Yeah. And again, watch one day where somebody needs a knife. They bought it from a friend. They didn't check, and they're going through, they're opening up 8, 10, 12 things. And all of a sudden it's like, where the hell is this freaking knife? It's not there.
And then they starve to death.
And then they starve to death. Yeah, we'll find a body next to a tree with an open Swiss Army product with no knife. It'll just be open in his hand. He'll have a can of food next to him or something. Oh, so yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, another one. The book Codex Magica you have.
Yeah.
And you just got the CD.
Yeah.
The auto.
Yeah.
That's a very good read.
Oh, you've read
I've had mine for about 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I read Codex Magica before I became a flat earther. It's a good book.
Cool.
It was hard to put down. I put it like that. It was really hard to put down.
Good to know.
I have it sitting on my shelf right now.
Hmm.
That's a very good read.
Good to know.
But it's not full. It's not full of all words. You know what I'm saying? You have some illustrations and things like that.
Right.
Look at it, things, but it's a very good read.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Karen B's going to listen to it, so she's going to get a real good thing about it. You know, but yeah.
I will throw it in her T-shirt box as soon as I'm done. I'm holding off because I don't know what else. That's a pretty bulky box at this point. There's a lot of stuff in there. Hey, we're going to our final break. You got any shout outs?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Karen B. Whatever you're gonna be, just be. Shout out to Mark, Peanut, sitting in the gallery. You know, you gotta shout out that lovely lady Jan from Dallas. Zulu won. And I was just thinking about this guy today. Shout out to Rick.
Rick
I
Hummer?
haven't heard anything about him, but shout out to Rick Hummer.
Oh yeah, Karen and I both talked to him in the last week.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh really? How's
Yeah.
he doing?
Rick's doing well. He is determined to be at the conference at Flattoberfest this year. He is a driven man at this point.
Well, he's gonna have me go to Indiana on him. But yeah, hey, you guys have a nice day. Oh, I almost missed him. God damn it. Shout out to Zulu.
I think you said Zulu, but that's okay. All right, man.
You know, in the flat Earth community, keep it flat.
All right. Have a good one. See you, man. All right. Final break, music, and then we'll come back. We take your phone calls. I will pick up 646 first, 919. We got a call from is that Aruba? Peanut, is that 297? Is that Aruba area code? Whatever. We're gonna try. Oh yeah, then we got 562. We'll do what we can there. It might be some shorter calls. Anyway, Karen, the music, if you don't mind.
All right.
Where is the
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer.
Engage Delta 9.
Roger. Alpha 33 descending.
Hey, I know you.
Shh, they might be listening.
CIA?
Maybe.
Aliens?
Probably?
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have what you need.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and round
Go on.
and delicious.
Tell me the secret. I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here.
Package intercepted. Copy that, Alpha 33. Come on back, let's eat.
Long live Flat Earth.
Long live Flat Earth!
Welcome back to Strange Worlds, part 4 of 4. It's you, me, the always wonderful birthday girl, Karen B, who turns 34 in 2 days. And yeah, Peanut Gallery, who coincidentally is smoking his 34th cigarette of the show. Yeah. Okay. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. We got people on the line. You know what? Let's go out to Manhattan, where this man is, Alex Lowry. Hey, what's happening, Alex?
Hey.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Karen, or almost birthday.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about a good birthday conversation we could have. We could probably start with melted buildings. You want to start there?
Not really.
How about popcorn?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna do that. I think you're a little hard on the old, Tartarian researchers and melters, but I get it. I understand it. I know your position. I just want you to have a good birthday. You know what I was thinking? I was spitballing like a really good project. I think this really has wheels. Check this out. So, that old phrase, an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have heard that, right?
Yeah.
If you put the archivist in the same room with Dennis and you stuck a mic up, we would have a new codex for the reality in a matter of 48 hours. I truly believe this. Truly do.
Yeah, I think we could have a new codex, but at the same time, I think your time frame for creating it between those two would be a lot longer. I think it would be discussed for a long.
Well, here's the thing.
Time.
Yeah, you got to run the mic. The mic's got to run. You got to have a big hard drive, and those two are a match made in heaven for literally ladling some gravy that it would take a while to sift through, but it would be perfectly organized, and Dennis would not forget a single detail of the last 75 books he read. Yeah, and it would take some patience. You need a really good producer. You'd probably have to be stoned a lot, because you'd have to be stoned to kind of go through that process. But
yeah,
I mean, we're talking about harnessing the talents that we have in the community.
Yeah.
That was just my thought.
No, I hear you. Good stuff.
So, Karen, you want to talk about old buildings?
What about them?
I don't know. I'm just kind of, I'm kind of wishy-washy on the whole thing. I'm just thinking, because I know your approach to it, but I think there's some semblance of something to be looked at there, and I don't know the path to follow just yet on it. I've been through hours and hours of John Levi, and my lunch break is doing some good stuff too. Clearly those buildings got built. Clearly, I think we've talked in past after hour sessions where I'm the one thing that's just striking to me on the old buildings, and I think it needs to be addressed. Obviously the flat Earth is getting wings right now, and it's starting to fly, and I think that's very important to keep that thing rolling forward. But all of these other topics, they kind of run congruent to the flat Earth. I think the flat Earth is the key to unlocking everything, but these other little topics are running congruent to it. So, managing those and making sure they don't get swiped off as well.
Some of them are some of those topics are just distractions, though. It's just a distraction.
Sure, and yeah, and there is some of that, and that's that's probably like the biggest, thing as far as practicing discernment when you're going through a lot of this stuff is like understanding what's running congruent and what's working, and I guess call it a grand unified new model of what we think reality is. And that's what I've been kind of working on lately, is just to kind of, I always give everything 30 minutes and then I'll give it the axe, right? But like there are some legitimate topics within Tartaria and some legitimate topics, even the meltology stuff. I mean, it sounds stupid on its face, and the guys arguing it are absolutely out of their minds. But, it kind of does look like something sort of hit it, and I don't know what it is. Could you call it flooded
It's
scale?
erosion.
Or,
It's
some
water
other sort of damage?
erosion, Alex. Most of what
Sure.
these people are looking at is
Sure.
wind and rain, water erosion. It's weathering.
That's what I saw when I was in the Southwest. I saw water at scale weathering is what I saw. And
Also, that's not how things
I'm
behave
just
after
saying.
they're melted. Like once they've become so hot that they're liquid and they're melty, they literally change.
Mhm.
You change the form of something. Everything should be glass. If it was melted, it should be glass.
Sure. If you're talking about water at scale, and you're talking about like tons of pressure. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. So anyway, I don't want to get you all riled up on your almost birthday. So, but anyway.
Yeah, Alex, don't.
Oh my God, guys. Oh,
That's for the after show.
whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Oh, hey, one more thing. I've never really done a shout out. I got a shout out to Daniel Falkenbach, who called that Jim Brewer would be the next famous flat earther, and he called it in 2022. So
Did he?
massive
That's
shout
cool.
out to that. Oh, and one more thing.
Good job.
He
Dan.
called it in 2022, and like, yeah, nice work, buddy. And then the other thing too is I'm announcing my channel. Finally, I've got enough videos in there. If you guys want to check out my channel, it's The Reckoner. It's I Am The Reckoner on YouTube. You go at I Am The Reckoner. So there's my little bit of a self promotion. Anyway, love you guys.
All right. Take
Nicole's
care.
talking in the
All
back.
right. Thanks, man. I am the
Okay, bye-bye.
I will recommend it. Cool.
I just have no interest in my clickbait channel. Okay.
My
Whatever.
clickbait channel.
Yeah, they're calling it my lunch break. I call it my clickbait.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Nice. All right. We're gonna
Guys, if
jump.
you like this old building stuff, you should look for a channel called Wooden Nickels. Wooden Nickels. And
That's
also Mortarboard and the other channels that him and Ewar did together. Ewar, who made the lost history of flat Earth and what on earth is happening or whatever, and he denounced most of the crap in those videos because he said that he just put everything together and he didn't really look very deep into it. And then he started going to these cathedrals and going to these places, and then he retracted it. But everybody keeps sharing it like as if,
well,
they
yeah.
don't
I mean,
they
we're
don't care
talking
that he
about
retracted it. They're just like, oh, look at this, and it's just,
we're talking about a Warrenon.
yeah.
Yeah, with his 27-hour.
Yeah, that big series that everybody
Oh, no, it
mirrored,
was
and it got like hundreds of thousands of views, and then everybody thought mountains were trees, and on all this crazy wacky stuff that people were saying. I'm not like some of it wasn't good. Obviously, when you put everything in them, some of it's going to be good, but
I hear you.
and I still to this day get people, you should watch this video, and I'm like, ugh, I want to watch it. First of all, I've already seen it 80 million times. It's been shared.
Well,
And the guy comes out and he says that he doesn't even think that way anymore, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch the videos where they debunk the mud flood Tartaria stuff. No, they want to share all the crap they made before.
Things on the internet stick, which is why I'm so careful with what I say. I treat basically life like it's recorded.
Remember when Flat Earth first came out, and whenever we made videos, we had to be like on the up and up, and if somebody made a video and other people pointed out something that was wrong in the video, everybody took the video down, or they changed it, or they corrected it. Now nobody gives a shit.
No.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yep.
There's no standards anymore. You can talk about any old crap that you want to say, because YouTube put the kibosh on Flat Earth way back when they called us out.
Yeah.
Because we were the ones who were breaking the spells. We are the spell breakers, my people. This is why.
Word to Big
You
Bird.
know?
Yeah.
And so then what did everybody, oh, we got to talk, what can we talk about? Oh, we can talk about this stupid building and why the window is down by the ground and whatever.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
we can look at a bunch of old pictures that are drawings and we can talk about them like they're real. I mean, it is just, come on, people.
Yeah.
Does anybody, you know, I'm a metalhead. Does anybody remember that band Pantera?
Yeah.
They had that song called Walk. And then there's this part where he screams, "Is there no standard anymore?" That's what I feel like. Is there no standard anymore?
Yeah. We will stay on the true path, Karen. Don't worry. We're not going to lose. Oh, by the way, I put a special image for you in Strange World Live chat just for you. I just found that on eBay. It was really interesting. Found a lot of them actually. See that? In Strange World Live chat. Yep. I'm waiting for her to see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Come on.
I'm looking at my phone now. I'm getting messages from people. So
all right, I'm going to pick up while you're looking.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to jump ahead because I want to make sure I don't miss him because I haven't heard.
Popcorn Rock. Oh,
Popcorn
God.
Rock. Yeah. That's proof right there. Popcorn Rock.
Hilarious.
Even though that's a Karen term.
That's not my term.
Yeah, you're the one. Did they make up Popcorn Rocks?
Yes.
Oh,
I did
they
not
actually
make that up. They
Oh, I thought-
actually use this like it's a real thing that happens, Mark.
Oh, I thought that was just a term you were making fun of them describing the popcorn rock, and you came up with something catchy.
No.
No.
They
Wow.
say
Popcorn rock.
the rock popcorn, and like right next to it will be a regular brick, right? But then it's
Well, again, you can go on eBay and you can find rocks that turn into popcorn rocks. Hey, let's pick up 949. 949 out in California. DJ, my future ex-boyfriend. Are you back in Los Angeles?
I'm back, honey.
Thank you,
Did
DJ.
you miss me?
Yeah, I did. So you were
Aloha.
Yeah, you were out in Hawaii. Good for you.
Yeah, it was great. It was beautiful, cozy, sunshine. But hey, you had a good weekend it was like a great 2 weeks for Flat Earth between the Jim Brewer and Austin on InfoWars. How exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. And again, all the trolls, the big trolls re-engaging us, and yeah, it was a good week for Flat Earth. A lot of exposure on all fronts. I'm crossing my fingers that it turns into other things. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you did a great job. That was
Thanks.
super fun. I love that you kept Jim laughing and had so many things for him to kind of ponder in the way that I read through the comments, and it was like somebody was like, finally a Flat Earth conversation. This is the way it's supposed to go. And it was true. It was like, yeah, just let the people talk, and you know, nobody's better than you. So you did great.
Well, I don't know about that, but thank you. And it was a fun thing to do, and it was nice. I lucked out because I got a chance to talk with him a couple days before, and they had technical issues on their side, and so I was bumped to the bunker show where they said, you know what, why don't you come on and we'll have you with Jimmy Shaka as well, and I got a chance to know everybody. So we did kind of a dry run for a little while, and you know, which you guys will never hear. And then it's like, oh no, let's do it for real on that day, and it turned out nice. So I was happy, and I'm crossing my fingers that I stay connected with those guys, and they go along with some of my suggestions, and should be fun to see what happens.
No, it's great. And I love all the comments that people were just so excited about it and thought, giving you shout outs, giving Jim shout outs for even allowing it on his platform. And it was like, dude, this is what we need. Just more and more people to kind of get curious, eyes and ears on the topic, and hey, prove it wrong if you can. And if you can, show us. Like nobody's saying we just want the truth.
Yeah.
So, and then Austin, shout out to him because he really held himself just so professional on the InfoWars, and I was listening to his review of it himself, and it's like we got the backstory. It's just great. I'm just excited to see you guys getting more and more just recognition
Yeah.
for all the hard work you've put in to just, hey, let's talk about this stuff. So,
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, wow.
And hi, Karen. I'm not forgetting about you either.
Hi, DJ.
What's up? Yeah, so I had a great time in Hawaii. It was fabulous. It was so warm and beautiful. But I am back in sunny California, and it's not bad here either.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, Peanut's sad.
I'm not trying to make any.
Peanut would like a shout out from you, DJ.
Peanut. Oh my God. You know, why does a Peanut get like a little cameo? I don't know what the picture when it's Peanut. In fact, I used to think it wasn't even real.
Remember
Yeah, a lot of
when
people
the
say
little
that.
peanut gif, the little peanut man gif in the corner, and that was Peanut.
Yeah, people also thought I was Peanut was like a split personality from me, that I was both Peanut and me. And it's like, nope, he's real. So I'm not making up an
Shout out to
imaginary
Peanut.
friend.
I know I haven't done that yet because I'm like, is he real?
Yep. Yeah, he's been real. He's always been real.
Peanut is real.
Yeah.
And if you watch long enough and you pay
Peanut.
close enough attention, you'll see him show up every
Yeah, there's
once
a couple.
in a while.
Yeah, there's a couple times we screw up and he's on camera for a couple seconds.
Right?
If you go through some of the episodes.
Or sometimes we say his name.
Yeah. Or if you call in
Mark
early
does.
enough.
Well, I look forward to
Mark's
meeting
done
you,
it.
Peanut.
Yeah, you'll meet him one day.
Okay. Well, hey, I just wanted to keep it quick and just give you guys a shout out, but you probably want to get to some other callers. But thanks for taking my call, Mark.
Thank you, DJ. Looking forward to talking to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay. I know I'm probably killing my chances with any women out there in the audience. Every time I talk to
Remember that woman called up? She said there was a whole bunch of women. You had
That's true. That's true. And they understand that DJ and I are good friends. And
You need to do the Flat Earth edition of the Flat Earth Bachelor with you as the
Oof.
Bachelor, Mark.
Wow. That would be torturous, I think.
And then 12 Flat Earth women got a
Oh my
vibe
God.
for your love.
Oh my God. Thank you, Karen. That's no,
Come on.
Karen. Don't put
Somebody
the ideas like
somewhere.
that into people's heads. Hey, you know what? Let's pick up 562 as a great distraction, deflection / smoke bomb. 562. What's happening?
What's up, guys? 562 in the house.
Hey, what's up, Crumb?
Hey, Crumb.
That voice.
Hey, what up, Karen? What up, Mark? Happy birthday, Karen.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being on the Gravy Brunch last week. I thought it went really well. I just wanted to say thanks so much. I re-listened, and it was a lot of gravy. So, yeah, it turned out good.
Well, good. I hope so.
Yeah, I
was
listened
Yeah,
to that
no,
one, by
it was
the way.
fun talking about that.
Did you?
I like
Mark?
to talk about those kinds of things, you know, like the like kind of the deep stuff. Like I like to talk about some of the things that like flat earthers kind of go through that maybe we like don't get discussed. I don't know, trying to bring that out. So thank you, Mark. I am so stoked on the Jim Brewer thing, man. Like of all the celebrities to pretty much just openly say I'm flat. Like he didn't even beat around the bush. He was like,
No.
we gotta have a talk with people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did not expect that. I thought he would dance around it. That dude sounds like not only is he flat, like if he doesn't sound like he'd be afraid to just put his stamp on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And congrats on that, man. That is
Thank you.
really cool. That's a huge step, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do what I can. And I sent that thing to him, just so you know. The I had not watched it in a while. Your AC/DC Shot in the Arm parody song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you send it to him?
I did.
I literally studied his AC/DC impression when I did it, and I didn't know that he was like, you know, like awake or even a truther then. Like he didn't come out then in 2021 yet. Like no celebrity did. So the fact that
everybody
it was
was
him
laying
and he was
low.
calling out,
I think.
yeah,
most
everybody
people-
had to.
Yeah. Well, some of us were
Yeah.
forced to, and
So,
some
I
of
don't know,
us
I
were,
just-
they probably just were because they were like, "What the hell's going on around here?" You know. I think it woke a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
people
I
up.
bet he got it. He seems like he's really been like doing his homework. Like he doesn't seem like he seems like he's dancing around it, but like I bet you that fool was he's just known and he's just been careful. But I don't know. Like if it could be anybody, I'm glad it's him because you know, like the idea of like giving I can't even think of the lead singer's name.
Ryan Johnson?
Not the Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Giving him like a personality, that was like his whole stand up. He's like doing the hokey pokey. You put your right foot in. Like he like talked in his voice. And I'm like, this is genius to like talk in that voice instead of just sing. Because he doesn't sound anything like that when he talks. And anyways, I appreciate that, man. It's just synchronicity that he's a flat earth guy, man. Really cool. I just love where this movement's going. We got trolls in the chat. That just means wonderful things. People are getting scared. We got videos saying it's dangerous. Like, ooh, we are striking a chord.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited as well. As the old war saying is, you only catch flack when you're over the target. And people have been hitting us a lot more this year, and yeah, I'm pumped.
I know. And just when we were talking to Laurie about some of the stuff from back in the day, like the old videos that did their research and retracted. But one video, do you remember Convex Earth with that like alien Belu? Like whatever happened to that?
Oh yeah.
Like I was,
yeah. Just
it was so stupid.
Yeah, that did not go in.
Toilet bowl Earth.
Yeah.
Thing with like a freaking toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
it was
know.
so bad.
And then all of a sudden this alien came out and was like, I'm Belu. And this is and like we were all like hoping the video was going to be credible.
No. No.
But yeah, there were some credible videos back then. Anyways, I don't want to take up too much time. I know you got Zulu and stuff. Thank you so much. Shout out to Zulu, Laurie, Karen, Mark, everybody else in the chat. Thanks so much. The show's great tonight. And congrats. Happy birthday.
All right. Thanks, man.
you.
See you, Crumb. Bye, man.
Guys.
Yep. We have to pick up 845, and yet I do not see him on call. Oh, there he is. Okay. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of Karen's birthday.
Birthday.
Dude, that's your cue.
New York. Yeah, I know. My mic wasn't my thing wasn't attaching or connecting or whatever. I guess I got all freaked out.
This is why you do dry runs, kids.
Right or something.
Never do it live. Never do it live.
Why you don't call in last minute?
Nope.
Yeah. I just gotta wait here.
Dude, I'm sitting here and I was enjoying Crumb and everybody talking, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't call yet. Funny. Oh, it was good show. Hi, Mark. Hi, Karen. Happy birthday, Karen.
Thank you.
And Mark got it all wrong. You're going to be 27, not 37.
Oh, I love you guys.
He's good. Good thing he's beautiful. Oh man, crazy. Yeah, good stuff tonight. Wow. Yeah, the troll thing was funny in the beginning. Wow, and you're right. Like I've been seeing it more and more picking up this year. Like just douchebags coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah,
it's awesome. We need the attention, and we need some. Well, I guess let me rephrase that because my quote is here. I'll read the quote, and it's just one of those days. Happiness is by chance. It's not by chance, but by choice. Sorry. And like at first I was all pissed off about the troll and the bullshit, and then I was like, you know what, who gives a fuck? This guy is some loser asshole who hates everyone and is alone. So fuck him. We're all here. We're having a fucking grand old time. And, you know, it didn't kill us. Well, it broke Lowry's heart, but it didn't kill us, you know?
Yep. Oh, hey, dude,
Oh,
look, I look at it this way. Look, the trolls generated over 1 million hits this week for us. We didn't have to do anything. We just living our lives.
No, that was awesome. Yes, and congratulations, good job, all the positive things, Mark. That was fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Was awesome with Brewer. I was crying. It was hysterical. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. It was
Yeah,
good job. Good job.
Stefan said he enjoyed watching you with Jim Brewer as well.
Thank you. It was fun to do. I was glad that we had the chance to do it. And honestly, people forget that like Jimmy Shaka, people are like, who the hell is Jimmy Shaka? He's a local comedian in the New York area. He knew way more about flat Earth than Jim did. He was the guy that was feeding. I mean, I saw Jim
He's
lead.
probably the one that
the Jimmy
feeding him all the intel.
Yeah, Jim was leaning on him for all the stuff, which was amazing to me. It was like, oh, okay. So, and he was softballing it to me. It's like everything he brought up. It's like, oh, right on. And I get to talk about the Fitbit thing to boot. Sweet. I'm all over that. Anyway,
Shit,
what else
man.
you got?
It's just good stuff. Good stuff. You know, I mean, and I you know, I know how you feel, and most people, hey, celebrity, whatever, who cares? They got to wipe their ass after they shit too. But this is one guy we actually fucking like.
Yeah.
You know? And we like listening to him. I listen to him a lot. He fucking cracks me the fuck up. And he's pretty fucking level-headed. You know, he's not all crazy comedian. He's pretty fucking smart.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I like about him.
Yeah. And he was the only comedian to turn down tour dates for because of the shot. If there were venues that not even for him, if there were venues that required it for the audience.
He even cancel one?
Yeah, he canceled several.
He even canceled one. He was like, fuck you, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. To drive his point home. And then he worked it into his routine.
It's your livelihood.
Yeah. Now I think it's like a quarter to half of his routine, which is wonderful. Good for you. I mean, he was willing to put himself out there, and he's got an audience for it. So great.
Well, I think his fan base is pretty open to the things he says.
Yeah.
At least that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
I didn't see or feel like the chat was like, oh, fuck this guy, Mark Sargent. Blah, 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 blah.
No.
Of course, there was one or two people, but most of them were like, huh? Wait a minute. You know, like,
yeah, I was waiting. I thought maybe 40, 50 comments down that I'd start seeing more people attack me, and they didn't. And I mean, I was bracing for it. It never happened. It's like, great, awesome. The Jim Brewer's audience exceeded my expectations. So pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I think you might be full mainstream now, Mark.
Oh, don't start.
You're chill now.
Don't start. Well, I'll let you know when that happens. That hasn't happened yet. If you see me on Roseanne's couch, then yes. Until then, no.
Yeah. When you're on The View, that's when I delete your
Well,
vote.
no. But if
Wait, on Roseanne's couch, that means you're shill?
No. That means that at that point I've gone pretty much mainstream. Not shill, but I'm in deep enough that people I'll get accused of a lot more stuff.
Oh.
That's one of my goals.
I don't know that that's possible, but I don't.
You've been getting that shit since day one.
Well,
you've been getting that grief since day one.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're chill. Give me a break.
Constantly, still to this day.
Yeah.
Like when Stefan went on the show with what's his name, Eddie Bravo, and he said your name. You should have seen Eddie's face. Did you watch it?
No, you should send me that. Somebody should send me.
I want to just clip that part.
Yeah, and that's what I brought up to Jim Brewer. I said, I go, Eddie, to this.
I know, because Hibbler calls you a shill all the time.
And
they think you're a total shill.
Yeah, and it circles back. Hibbler and Eddie Bravo. I'm not picking on Hibbler so much, but it comes back to one guy. You know who it is? Eric freaking Dubé.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
He throws out, it's like a pirate rumor that travels. 9 years ago, this happened. I am now a mythical shill. It's like, don't know why he's a shill. He just is. No one even knows where it came from. I'll tell you exactly where it came from. It came, I know. We got to end the show. Sorry about that. Peanut wants to go.
Oh,
to bed.
okay. All right.
Okay. Give me a quote.
All right. Quick shout out. I gave you my quote. I'll give you a quick shout out. Mark Sargent, the birthday girl, Karen B, Peanut Gallery, Master Sargent. I know it's the same person, but so many people still don't grasp it and understand, so whatever. Jerome, who always shouts me out. I'm sorry I forget to shout you out. Ice Queen, NDB, tomorrow's BST. Love you guys.
Peanut. Peanut Gallery.
What?
Peanut Gallery.
Shout out to Peanut.
Didn't I say Peanut Gallery?
I don't think so. He was listening.
I said Peanut Gallery and Matt. I said Peanut. I thought I said Peanut Gallery and Master Sargent.
No, it's not. No, it's oh my god, he's gonna kill you. It's Master Gunner.
Master Gunner. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I got incoming.
Yeah, you do. There's warning lights all over his screen right now. Oh god, better sleep with.
Oh my god, his dash just lit up. Oh fuck.
Say goodbye to your neighborhood.
Damn it.
All right. We're gonna be back next. Oh wait. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. We're gonna be back next week, same flat time.
And DJ.
Same flat channel. By the way, I'd like to point out before we go that I sang Karen happy birthday, and Ted did not call in to sing happy birthday. Karen, you're too good for him. Say good night, Karen.
Even the private show.
Good night, Karen.
Say good night, Zulu.
Good night, Zulu.
And Peanut says, thank God it's over.
Good, actually, I think.
Looks like a full cigarette there, man. You're going to have to keep smoking that one. Okay, that's it. Roll credits, hot sex. Good night, everybody.
Love you guys. Hot
Alex
sex.
Lowry. Oh, hey, it's
man.
that reverb Alex Lowry song.
Yeah.
And of course, he didn't sing happy birthday because, well, we don't like him.
Right? And he's the singer. What the hell?
Yeah, right? He's the singer.
It's true. Mark Sargent's the only one who sung me happy birthday. Well, so far. My birthday's actually Thursday, so.
Yeah, I know. Ted will
There's
give
still time for you good people to sing me happy birthday.
I was saving it for Thursday.
So we say we know what we thought we knew. All I thought we threw away was everything. Fought in many wars, danced our lives away. How well we loved is how long our lovers stay. They say that Mars is close as it's ever been, and I'm so tired of being on the ropes again. That's the lovely girl standing on the moon, wishing she had a breath of air. That's the lonely boy standing in the room, a solo game musical chair. I'll need you. chasing stars all over again. There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Paige needs to get into her PJs with her cup of cocoa and her 6 marshmallows. Night, Mark.
Mike Jack. Jack.
You realize it's the same link every week. It never changes.
Yeah, I know. I should paste it somewhere, I think.
Hello, Daisy. Hello,